confusion on the air, but the rain fall. Pussy motherfucker when I hate while I wait with the
Yo, what up y'all? This is JV here, and today got a video for you guys. Now, a couple days back, I dropped a video announcing that I'm gonna do a Q&A, and I told you guys to leave questions, and you guys left me a lot of questions. Thank you so much for that support in that regard. So I'm just gonna get into them. I'm gonna cover every single question. Y'all left some fire ones, and I'm not sure how long this video is gonna take, but I'm excited to get into it. So the first question here is by Min T. Thank you for the question. Is what's your favorite Korean album? It's probably got to go to 2013's Crush's album, Crush on You. The reason for that is that from the production to the vocals to the fire rap verses, to me it's just super top tier. It's a well-crafted project, and it's basically an amalgamation of all the things that I love about the Korean game. So yeah, absolutely love that project. Listen to it all the time. What collab musically would I love to see happen? Probably, I have a couple in mind. I would love to see like Tiger JK and KRS-One get together. They're both OGs in their respective kind of field. They both can, spit their asses off, and also both of them kind of have that reggae vibe to it and incorporate a lot of Jamaican influence in their music. So I would love those two to get together. I think that would be a really, really dope track. And then for some more contemporary artists, I'd love to see like a Joey Badass and Nuxall come together. And you said collab musically, what I love to happen. I immediately took like somebody from American game and Korean game, because there's so many Korean collaborations and American collaborations. I want to see more, international crossover stuff. So yeah, Joey Badass and Nuxall, they're both young. They both got that, 90s boom bap influence in their music. Also, maybe like a Bishop Nehru on the Quiet beat would be great. Quiet has some great production, so I would love to hear like Bishop Nehru on some of that production. So thank you for the question. Do you intend on reacting to a song without the music video, like a live performance, mixtape list, single album, and that sort of thing? Okay, yeah, I get a lot of questions like this. Would I react to like this or that, and they're not music videos? There's so many music videos coming out that it's just hard to find time to react to like live performances and stuff like that. But I'm not necessarily opposed to it per se, because like on my other channel, K Vibes, go check that out. I did a reaction to Mamamoo's newest release, and those were kind of like semi-live performances, but also like semi-music videos. So it's not like I have like an opposition to reacting to live things. And in terms for like first listens and stuff like that, people want me to do like album reactions and just like listening to it, and I've dabbled with it in the past, but to be honest with y'all, like that's just something I really do not enjoy doing. For multiple reasons. It's just like, to me, it's like kind of awkward because a lot of times when I'm listening to just audio with no visuals, like I'm not really reacting, I'm digesting. And when I listen to a project for the first time, I really want to get those two headphones in, kind of have no one around me, and just focus in on the musicality and maybe have the lyrics up. So like I'm not really trying to have a camera on me and elicit some kind of response for you guys on the fly when it's just audio. That's just my preference and the way I like to digest music. I get there's so many people who like to do the first listens, and I enjoy watching those myself, but that's just not something I really enjoy doing. So you're probably not going to see me reacting to too many songs without music videos, just because of the nature of it. I just don't like doing it. Next we have by Chaparro 1 2 3 4 5 all the way to 9 with 0 at the end. Who would I pick between Gary from Lee Sang or Don Mills? Dope question. Gotta go with my guy Gary though. Just discography against discography, I just enjoy Gary's music a lot more. I feel both of them are really, really dope in their own regards, and the melodies that Don Mill incorporates in his music, and almost kind of that like aggressive street edge to it. But then Gary, like with his Mr. Gay project, and he has a number of projects that I really, really enjoy and I revisit a lot. There's kind of like that artfulness, and he has some crazy versatile flows. So I have to go with Gary. He's my personal favorite out of those two. What type of songs would you recommend by Nafla, Loopy, and or Swings that people might not know of? Keep up the great work. This is Sugar, how you get so fly. Thank you so much for the question. I see you out here supporting me. I appreciate you. So by Nafla, to keep it relatively contemporary with him, he just dropped a song called Bend. I thought that's a really, really dope track. I didn't see too many people talk about that, I think. And for people who definitely wanted him to go back to his old sound because they weren't a fan of his more, you know, trap stuff that he did on his Blood EP thing, New Blood, that he put out not too long ago. Check out Ben. It's boom bap. It's old. It's, you know, jazzy, instrumental, soulful. So definitely a return to form. Also, like, for people who are newer fans, obviously I suggest you go back and check out his stuff with like Young West, and some of the stuff he did like with Wu. That was a dope song, but a lot of people know about that. Loopy, I would say the song No More off of his King Loopy mixtape, I think is a really, really dope song. I don't know if he did a music video or what about it, but I think that song has strong single potential. No More is really, really fire. Again, I'm not sure if he did a music video. For all I know, I could have reacted to it. For all I know, because I've reacted to so many things. But yeah, check out that song. And then for swings, check out the song Phone Number. It's produced by uicideboy, Verbal Gent, and 40 are there on the features. And I think that incredible song, underrated. Not a single at all, kind of just an album cut that he put out. He's put out a lot of projects between the Major Depression series to the Levitate stuff. Go check out all that stuff. But yeah, Phone Number from Swing. So thank you for the question. By Vitroix. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. What do I think about the Korean and Japanese rap scene? Wow. Well, I mean, obviously with the nature of my channel, I'm quite fond of it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just as versatile and eclectic as the American rap scene. I mean, there's subgenres within each scene. You got the cloud rap, you got the trap rap, you got the boom bap stuff, you got the jazzier stuff. In the Korean game, you got that kind of like cafe pop rap kind of stuff that we've seen from artists like Kanto and stuff like that. So in the Japanese rap scene's doing some dope stuff. Yeah, man, I just would like to see, you know, more acts get more looks, because of the nature of the American mainstream. Obviously people are nowadays gravitating more towards like melodic trap music in the mainstream scene. So obviously with the Korean and Japanese rap scene, whatever does pop off in the States tends to be the more, you know, trap oriented stuff. So obviously like the freestyle, Itjima, or in the Japanese rap scene, you know, Itjima too because of Ko's music. That kind of stuff is always gonna pop off more, and I just wish that maybe in the American scene that they would pick up a little bit more of the other stuff that's going on, like Deep Flow and Nuxall, some of the stuff, you know, going on with VMC, Highlights dropping some dope stuff. But yeah, I think the scenes are in a very good place. They're relatively young music scenes compared to even stuff going on in Korea in terms of, you know, some of the rock stuff and some obviously like trot and stuff like that far outdate the hip hop scene. So yeah, I mean, I think it's growing every year. More and more cool acts come out. People are becoming more skilled, and more fire releases are. So I think they're in a good place. I'm a fan of the Korean and Japanese rap scene. My opinion on the Ultimate Suicide track. This is by something Teratoma. I don't know. Sorry. Love the track. Absolutely love it. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of Suicide Boys, and I'm also a huge fan of Denzel Curry. I've loved a number of his projects dating back to, I think was I forget the name of it, but it's a project that he released like 3-4 years ago. But yeah, it's dope to see them together. I love the energy of the project. And as of filming this right now, Suicide Boys is dropping a new EP today, so I'm super excited to peep that. I think it's an EP. I don't think it's a full-length project. So I'm super excited to check that out. As soon as that drops, I'm definitely gonna cop that. And from what I know, that song is actually on that project. So yeah, I'm really excited to check that out. Emo Girl Has Her Vengeance, I think it's pronounced. Sorry. What's a song that I cannot stand to listen to? Great question. Probably what comes to mind is the Getting Hot in Here by Nelly. Came out years ago. You know, it's getting hot in here. Oh, I hate that song. I've always hated it since I was a little kid. I still don't like it. Also, what else comes to mind is that Eminem and Akon joint, Smack That. I don't like that song either. So y'all can miss that. Also, like Fancy. She said what song? I'm gonna name multiple songs. I don't like Fancy, so keep that away from me. That Meghan Trainor, any of that Meghan Trainor stuff, Miss Me with all that. So yeah, there's a number of songs I don't like. If you owned a music label, which artist would you recruit from both the US and Korea? By Gohan Kid 15. Dope question, love this. So if I had a label, I'd try to keep it relatively like young, the roster, just, you know, so longevity. I'm not gonna try to sign anybody that's in their 40s. No disrespect to Deep Flow and like P-Type and, you know, Rakim and stuff like that in the United States. But if I had a choice in who I'm signing, I want Joey Badass, I want Bishop Nehru, I want Logic. And again, this is kind of just an ideal situation. I want Logic. On the Korean side, I want Nuxall, I want Nafla because I think he's super versatile. And for some singers, I want ELO, I want Crush. And on the American side, I want Spooky Black, I want Suicide Boys on my joint, I want Puya, I want Ramirez, I want the entire Buffet Boys and G59 lineup. It would be the most crazy label ever. The thing is, I don't want it to all sound like one thing. I want boom bap dudes on here, I want trap dudes on here, I want Korean, I want US. So yeah, those are the artists. I'd probably just try to sign the artists that I listen to the most. Thank you for the question. By Beth L, we have, hi JV, what's your favorite Kanye album and which of those tracks do I most enjoy? Love the question. Graduation comes to mind as my favorite Kanye album. It's tough. I love so many of his projects. There's ones that I'm not super fond of, like 808s. Respect 808s for what it did to the culture, but it's not really a song I like. But yeah, Graduation, Can't Tell Me Nothing, definitely, is some of my favorite stuff. But of course, Late Registration and College Dropout are, you know, right up there too. This is by Legit John 3. What kind, type, style of music would I like to hear more of in the current music industry, both American and Korean genre? Love this question. I'm a big fan of jazz rap, so I wish that would return more to the American mainstream is just jazz rap. Stuff like, A Tribe Called Quest, a lot of the stuff, from the native tongues in the early 90s and mid 90s. I would love a resurgence of that. I'm not going to say straight up boom bap because I feel like people are still doing that. You just have to dig a little bit more. But I feel like jazz rap is sadly not something. Also, this is something that has been dabbled on, but not too many people do it anymore. And it's kind of like that hip house thing that was happening in the 90s. I really, really enjoy hip house that, dabble with the Chicago deep house movement along with some pop rap on top of it. I always thought that was pretty cool. I know not everybody's the biggest fan of that, but I definitely like it. Like Heavy D and stuff like that. Dabbled in that. And Rob Bass and stuff like that. In the Korean space, I'm trying to think. I think like The Quiet, again, that soulful sample, almost sounding like some early Kanye stuff. I would love to see, more artists dabble into that. As much as, the trap stuff and pop stuff are cool, I would love, more stuff like that. And G2 just has been dropping some singles that I think are really dope that I would like more tracks like that, especially from him. So thank you for the question. Claudia says, hi, which rapper basically started me off listening to Korean hip hop? It has to be Outsider. At the time he was signed to Sniper Sound, if I'm not mistaken, which is MC Sniper's label. But yeah, Outsider. He was rapping crazy fast. This had to be 2011, I think, that I heard it. Again, I didn't start listening to Korean hip hop heavy though until 2014. But the first one that I started listening to that I ever heard was Outsider. The one that specifically kind of triggered me, I'm like, oh, I need to get into this. It's somewhere between Doki and Benzino. I don't know which one came first. It was around the same time, and a lot of crossover tracks on that Relentless project, and also Benzino dropped Dali Von Picasso at the same time, so it was between those two. Also Swings, Bulldozer, somewhere around there. Who's your favorite rapper and hip-hop album all time in the US? Okay, thank you. Love this question. Favorite rapper is so tough because I have favorite rappers from different eras. It's so tough. Immediately I'm thinking possibly like Ghostface from Wu-Tang is one of my favorite rappers. I have so much trouble picking like an all-time. Obviously, like from the 80s is Rakim. From the 90s is between Ghostface and Big L. I really enjoy Big L's music. From the 2000s, I'm thinking Kanye, of course. And modern right now, I'm digging Joey Badass, which I've mentioned multiple times if you haven't noticed. But all time, yeah, probably gotta go Rakim. That Eric B and Rakim stuff is phenomenal. But KRS is right there too. I don't think I could pick a favorite one. But favorite hip hop album of all time, Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest, by far my favorite hip hop album of all time. And lastly, the Little Man US 630. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Would you consider doing a vlog on your channel, like anything that's K-hip hop or K-pop related topic? I've considered it. I've actually done it like years ago when I was a K-pop channel. I did like mini vlogs where I would, like, one time I was just taking a walk and I talked about my first time listening to K-pop. I'd consider it. If you want to see me do a vlog, throw me some topics in a video, any video. I read all the comments. Throw some subjects my way, and if I like anything, I'll more than happily do it. But I have no opposition to doing a vlog. I just don't really know what to vlog about. I don't really have that interesting of a life per se. I work a lot, I edit a lot, I listen to a lot of music, I write reviews and stuff like that, and I watch anime. That's like, and play video games. That's a big chunk of it. So there's not much really there to vlog about. But again, if you have any subjects that you want me to talk about, I'm completely down to do that. And that goes for everybody, not just you who asked me these questions. This is actually something I've kind of dabbled with or like thought about. If there's any vlog topics you guys want to talk to me about, again, keep it bold. Nothing super precise or time constricting, like what do you think about this kind of like pop thing that happened, because it's like by the time I get to film it, it's gonna be irrelevant. But if you have any major ideas that you want me to talk about, shoot them down below on this video, put them in any video. I don't care. But yeah, that's all the questions, guys. Thank you so much for all the questions. I really enjoyed doing this. If you want more of these in the future, let me know in the comment section below, and I'd have no problem doing this. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, this is JV. I love you guys. Bye.